gentlemen. All right, so yeah, I'm happy to be here today. As Natalie just mentioned, up and coming partner, because of course, FinTech is rooted in innovation. That's where it all started, right? And I can remember, I think it was around 2016, 15-ish. Can't remember exactly, but what I can remember though is that Bitcoin was at around 200. And of course, at that moment, it was like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Well, is this something, you know? And we were just talking at the door with George and a few other folks. I mean, of course, looking back, it's like, sure, of course. Why not? I mean, it's like now I would be having like a yacht, and I can see it happening. So, but in any case, I did not. So, I'm sorry. But I can also remember I was in 2017 at a conference, and that's when it all popped. I mean, it was like all over the place, and I was making my presentation. And in that presentation, I had a few figures. I had like, it's the story about the 200, and today it's blah, And every day towards the date of the presentation, we had to change it. We had to change it, and then we had to change it again, and we had to change it again. In the end, we just put in a ticker in the presentation that was showing how fast things were changing. So it was a great time. But now, a few years later, there's so much happening. I can remember also that there was the crypto meetups, there was the groups, there was so many people that I was hoping I was going to see today though. But still, we're going to reach out to those afterwards. I want to start the story like this. So, FinTech Association, what is that? FinTech Association is a group of FinTech organizations locally that decided to join forces in order to create more benefits for the local economy, right? Because a lot of stuff is happening. I mean, we see all the stories, we see what's happening all over the place with digital wallets, with cryptocurrencies, and it's not close enough. A bunch of things are happening. We've been through COVID, so we've felt the pain, and we also want to have the convenience that everybody's having around the world. So that's one of the things that we need to work on. But stuff is also happening on the legal side of things, right? You may have heard that there are new laws coming up, and of course we want to make sure that those laws benefit all of us. So the founding companies of the Curaçao FinTech Association are, as you can see in the screen there, are IBIS Management Associates, Profound, and I have my colleague there also, Clifton Halley, Vice Chair, and Ictual, which I represent in the Curaçao FinTech Association, and we have CXPay. And although we compete in some ways on the local markets in the Caribbean, Dutch Caribbean, this is important enough for us to join forces to get to the highest outcome for everyone. But of course, you may ask yourself, but what is FinTech, right? The definition I like to use most is this one. FinTech is the application of technology and innovation to make financial products and services more effective, more accessible. That's the part of disruption that comes with FinTech, right? Because there's a lot that is possible, but it's not accessible or it's too expensive, right? And so that to me is FinTech. When you think about FinTech, you may think about cryptocurrencies, but the world is so much bigger. There's also the overarching DeFi, happening. So there's so much. What comes closer to you is when you think about having the capability of paying from one wallet to the other, the capability of having instant payment. But there's a different story. That's a different talk. But why is FinTech relevant? We've experienced COVID and we've experienced the pain of not being able to do payments from home, right? That's somewhere where FinTech becomes relevant. FinTech is also relevant because during that time, for example, not everybody was able to make those payments. But you had cash, think, what if it would be easy for anyone to start an account and start making payments within a few minutes? That would be the capability that we want, right? And the convenience that comes with it. And I was talking to just my daughter's coach, he's sitting right there, basketball coach. He was asking about decentralization and what the benefits, what can technology add to the capabilities that of organizing markets, organizing organizations that we are not able to do efficiently because we all need to come together, we need to have regulations, but how can we do that more efficiently? This is where FinTech is also relevant. You may ask, why do we need an association? Right? Isn't it working fine? Well, yeah, kind of, but it could be better and it could grow faster, right? As I was mentioning, laws are being passed while we speak, and we've been privy to contributing to what's happening, right? We've been part of the review of the law that is being passed. That was one of the things, one of the first things that we did as Curaçao FinTech Association. We wanted to make sure that whatever is being written down, we could influence to the benefit of everyone, right? And we did that. Of course, we're not happy because we want more, right? But what we have now is worse than what we had before. So incrementally is what we're going for. Incrementally in terms of making it better each time and making sure we attract the right people to the table in order to have the right discussions, in order to get the right outcomes. Level playing field. As you all know, you have the current payment rails are governed by the current banks. Now we have new entrants. You have all kinds of wallets and all kinds of services that are upcoming into the market but don't get access to those rails. The law is changing, but still, what's going to be the outcome of that? Do we know for sure that the other parties will have access to those same rails? Are we able to interconnect in order to get efficiencies all over, right? So level playing field for all players. The synergy, there are so many people, everyone with their own agenda. So these are the reasons why we need to have a Curaçao FinTech Association to bring everyone together and to get the benefits for everyone in a level playing field, right? And the awareness. Who knows exactly what FinTech is and what the benefits are? I'm sure he knows. But there are so many people that are scared of buying cryptos because it was noted in the paper, right, that it's risky and it's da. So bringing a balanced view on what is happening, right? That's why it needs to happen. So just to give you an overview of this playing field, CFA represents in its core the FinTech developers and operators. But we know that we need to talk to the rest of the ecosystem in order to make things happen. Who are those? Those are the merchants that actually use the FinTech technology. Those are the consumers that also use the FinTech technology, the governments that create and apply and control the regulations that we need to have, and those are the established banks, for example, that want to protect their piece of the pie, but are also digitalizing on their own in order to participate and themselves become FinTech companies. So I hope I gave you like a short overview of what's happening within the FinTech world. If you have any additional questions or you want to talk about those, we can have that discussion. I have so much time, and I'm not sure if we can go into anything else.
Not right now.
I was afraid of that.
We'll see
But
at the end.
I'll be around.